Somebody important, isn't it? Is the Prime Minister?
It's Byrne. Neil Byrne.
I could maybe believe the once.
You have to wait. It's his move.
Every single bloody jockey on the car would have to be bent.
I think somebody's been pulling your piss, sir.
What?
Oi, bit more respect for a prison officer, Sonny. Shitface.
If this was for money, you'd be rich.
Instead of which, you're gonna be dying of cancer. Read a lot?
Got all the time in the world.
Bet you have, but Jesus. Yep, it's gonna be a lot colder up in Peterhead.
Wouldn't have been in my sister. I need a piss. Mr. Wheelditch, I need to go.
Piss out the window.
Mr. Wilditch.
Oh, this is the fourth bloody time since we left Euston. You got a problem? Closet in chain, please, Don. Oi!
You mean it was a regular thing?
I don't know. Maybe 6, 7 Tuesdays, something like that. We're talking just after the war. An old leg told me. Tipped a few winners over the years.
Mr. Wheelditch, just give me a few moments in here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Byrne.
Yeah?
You're not reading that bloody book in there, are you?
Oh, shit. No!
Only I haven't got all night.
Yeah, it won't be long.
Oh, no! Oh, I don't believe it!
Clive Gregg.
It's Don Simpson.
Byrne's gone missing.
Oh, brilliant. Where?
I don't know. On the edge of the borders.
When? About 5 minutes ago. I'm coming in.
you're not going to take me to Sainsbury's?
Neil Byrne. He never intended to go near Peterhead.
The Russian ambassador to the United Nations continues to veto the latest Balkan initiative. Meanwhile, in London, Ambassador Kropotkin has been called to the Foreign Office for a further round of talks with the Foreign Secretary. Neil Byrne, serving 2 life sentences for the 1997 murders of his wife and 4-year-old daughter, has escaped from custody. Described by the judge as a sadistic and vicious killer, Byrne was linked to organised crime in a trial which rocked the nation. Seen here at the time of his arrest, Byrne is categorised as extremely dangerous. He went missing in the early hours of this morning while being transferred by rail from Garston Prison in the Isle of Wight to Peterhead Prison on the east coast of Scotland. Police leave in the Lothian area has been cancelled, and 300 soldiers from the Queen's Border Regiment have been called in to assist in the manhunt.
To Manchester Piccadilly, stopping at Ashley, Hale, Sale and Stratford.
Joe.
I want, but I always said I want.
Byrne's out. Released. Escaped.
Oh.
Byrne's out.
Oh. If he turns up here, he's dead.
If he turns up here, we'll take a vote. Meanwhile, we have 27 million invested in this project and an arsehole of a city surveyor.
Where does he live?
Train went like the clappers to Lockerbie. Nobody could have jumped off. Passengers complaining. Somebody had a nosebleed. No sign of Byrne.
Who's the noddy in charge?
Detective Chief Superintendent Wallace. First name George. Clothing and Borders CID.
Where's Simpson and the other bloody brain surgeon?
Wallace wants them for, quote, further interview.
Get them back here. Anyone interviews their sorry asses, it's going to be me.
I don't believe it.
Well, it was common knowledge. What, in a racing fraternity?
On the other hand, it could be apocryphal. A mere whisper assuming the form of a legend.
And that's what you and the man who murdered brutally his wife and baby daughter were chin-wagging about. You on one side of the Benghazi door, him on the other, taking the entire window off the side of the train.
I still had tension on the closeting chain.
Describe his demeanour.
Relaxed.
Because he knew he was going to jump off.
Byrne never really lets you know what he's thinking.
He's like a sphinx.
A relaxed sphinx.
With a hint of danger. There's always a hint of that with Byrne.
Right, I'm sending you back to Garson Prison. Consider yourselves in my custody till handed over to Governor Gregg.
Custody, sir?
Until proven otherwise, I have to consider collusion. And get a shave, the pair of you.
Can you do something for me in the sale?
It's 25%.
25 bloody percent? I know your markup, darling. 80% will still wash your face. Where's your changing room? I suppose you do have one.
"16 sightings in 4 hours.
They're mostly from pubs, and I bet half of them were pissed.
Sir, maybe his application for transfer was just a ruse.
A ruse?
Aye, to get onto the train.
Request the Manchester CID. Discreet watch in the flat where Byrne butchered his wife, and the skip where he dumped his daughter. And most of our surveillance there too. Also, his sister's place in Peterhead. Check it out. Check her out.
Do you think he's got an agenda?
No, I think this man Byrne's got a reason for everything he does.
It's all right with it.
North side. Taken to Stratford.
OK, 1-6. Take a seat, pal. I'll see who's free.
I don't want a car, mate.
Shit.
I'm after a job.
A job?
Yeah, you know, driving.
Rough neighbourhood.
Yeah, it's no sweat.
Well, pal, we ask few questions round here, and I could always use a good driver.
Good.
In fact, the one question we ask is dead easy. You got a car? Is not the perfect answer. Come back when you have wheels. We provide a two-way radio, okay?
Yeah, seems fair enough. When do you close?
Flu epidemics and major gang wars.
I'll see you then.
Go with God.
Long enough.
Right then.
Driver's license.
So there is more than one question.
I lied.
That's not my age, it's a misprint now.
Don't tell me any secrets, pal. Then you might have to kill me. You know Manchester?
Right back in my hand.
Without looking, describe it.
Big sprawling inner city, centred around Deansgate and Piccadilly.
I meant, describe the back of your hand.
It's like the back of any man's hand my age.
Not mine. I'm a packy.
It's all I need, a philosopher.
Never mind. You seem to know the city better. 6-hour shifts, OK? 100 quid's deposit on the two-way. Charge your fares what you like, but log each pick-up and drop-off. Try cheating, and you'll get hurt. Deal?
Yeah, deal.
Your call sign is 4-3. What do people call you?
Spanish John.
Spanish John. It's cool. Vaya con Dios.
I've got a room with a sink.
Yeah?
Do you want to have a look?
You don't mind that? All right, thank you.
This is it. 50 a week. Gas was disconnected after some twat tried to chop himself.
Wonder what drove him to that?
You want it or not?
Yeah, I'll take it.
2 weeks in advance. Plus 100 quid deposit.
It's 50 quid a week and 50 quid deposit.
Ramsey's the name. Edith Ramsey. Mrs. Once a barmaid, plaything of actors and travelling salesmen. Now, traffic warden's widow past me prime.
Is it old street like doing that?
Oh, the moment I saw you, I said to myself, this man is an arsonist and a non-bloody smoker to boot.
Is that right? Well, I started 21 months back.
What was it? Bit of pressure? What you need's a nice cup of tea.
That's very kind of you.
Kettle's in cupboard under the sink, or Caff on corner will sell you one for a couple of bob.
All right.
They call me a heartless Hannah round here, but if you ever want to borrow a cup of sugar, I'm just downstairs.
Thanks.
You've got 4 minutes left on your meter before it runs out, and no cooking in room.
You're spoiling that child, Neilburn.
Trolley and a teddy bear.
You soft twit. I love you. I love you.
You were going to be late.
The situation normal, mate.
Oh, it's not.
All right, see ya.
back to normal.
What you thinking?
I wonder where he is right now.
He can't hurt us.
Why would he want to?
How was Tai Chi?
I didn't go in the end. Clive, take you downstairs, will you?
Greg?
You know what this is?
God's sake.
Where are you?
I let you down.
Stay where you are. I'll have you picked up. Dry clothes, hot food, no rough stuff.
Yeah. I made a stupid mistake.
Come back. Say that to the parole committee. I'll speak up for you.
I left something on the train.
I'm not with you.
It's a book. Patagonia. Nobody's handed it in, have they?
Burn! You are not a common or garden commuter, man. You are an escaped prisoner, and this is not a bloody lost property office.
Yeah, it's just, well, it's just that it's quite rare, actually.
And you left it on the train?
Nobody's perfect.
Look, Neil, staying on the lam won't help. The police will catch up with you sooner or later.
Yeah, well, I've got things to do first.
Burn just made a call on a mobile phone to the Governor Garston prison, his home number, which has caused some alarm.
Location?
Oh, our boy's too smart for that.
Well, these phone companies operate in a system of relays, right?
If you say so, eh?
Well, assuming that it's the phone he nicked from the farmhouse, it might register as an oddity with the network system.
All right, give it a spin, and wake up Sleeping Beauty here, would you? This is not a doss house.
My superior's less than pleased.
Guess the next time you or I get escort duty.
Does never sound about right.
Plus that Scotch git thinks we had a hand in it.
It's all grief. Hiya. Hello.
Hi.
How's he doing?
Well, he's had better days.
Yeah.
And you are?
I'm family.
Right, 5 minutes then.
Yeah, 5 minutes. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, Daisy. Fell in upstairs. You say so, Frank.
Surprised we let you live.
Yeah. There it was on B landing. One phone call would have done it.
Most of us felt, why bother? After you topped your own beloved, who's going to listen to a thing you say? Word is, your spooky pals dropped you like a leper's turd.
Tell me about the book, Frank.
What book is that?
Well, Sammy Lehman sent me a book when I was in the nick. It's like a book with loads of numbers in it.
Not me. If I'd have sent you something, it would have been treated with bloody botulism. Haven't lost your touch, Neil.
Who killed him, Frank? I said, who killed him, Frank?
You help me. I'll help you. So, Patagonia. What did you make of it?
Numbers, codes of some sort. No, I couldn't make sense of it.
Oh, well, that's a pity. The reason you're still breathing, Neil, is because I figured you might be useful.
Who the hell do you think you are?
The boys won't like you running around, Neil. But me, I say prayers. They won't get to you.
Yeah? Why's that, Frank?
Every day, every night, you have to live with what you did. I took you into my family. And all the time, you were Judas bleeding Iscariot. Death is too good for you.
Your time's nearly up.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, Dad. Who brought you that?
Mystery visitor.
You took the bait.
Who knows? With him.
Press is having a right laugh.
Well, it's not every day you have to reseed the pitch because the turf's been nicked.
Well, look at it this way. The club collects the insurance and our sports and leisure complex gets a brand new grass tennis court. As if by magic.
What word on Burner?
We should have done him in the nick.
Right.
There's nothing to us.
Call it insurance.
He's there.
Yeah, he's out there somewhere.
He's bloody there, you jub. Harry, get 3 men, block off the back lane. Pronto.
Get out north side! They said he went down there! Nothing here!
Billy Ray was a preacher's son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, Cousin Billy would take me walking. Out through the backyard we go walking. Then he looked into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only one who could ever
Annie?
reach me was the son of a preacher man.
Annie.
The only boy.
Hey, look, the door. It could have been anybody.
What's up with you?
I mean, what's his sodding game? Hanging around the stadium.
Who?
Neil bloody Byrne, who do you think?
Well, he's on the run. Maybe he thinks he can pay for a deal.
With what?
With the 200 grand we each shelled out before he got creative with a boning knife, remember?
Yeah, well, he used most of that to finesse his way out of a Cathay cell on the Isle of Wight onto an intercity express which slows down to 40 miles an hour by a bridge in the middle of nowhere.
You kidding?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing the Comedy Store.
Think he didn't carry?
Only sometimes.
Dad never did. He never had as much as a parking ticket.
Yeah, well, look where it got him. Copper's narc for a minder. How was your dad?
He's dying, Joe.
Yeah, well, that's down to Byrne. Old fella trusted him like a son. That Neil Byrne will go places, he used to say.
There's a lot of things make Dad ill, Joe. We both know that.
Roger 1.
Roger 2-1.
This one's for Disley. Wants to pay by cheque.
Your problem.
If I take it, can you cover it?
You must be mistaking me for the Bank of Funland.
He's got a banker's card.
Good luck. Wet out there.
Cats and dogs.
Man, the heavens have opened up. My dreads are all ruined.
What's that?
Somebody leave it in the motor. Or maybe they phone in.
Don't leave it here, Squire. You see a sign saying lost property. Right, Anand, ullu kapatha. Cha, jali kar aao, gora sona male ja.
Well, you might need it. Working man's gear is uniform, you know.
Listen, I'm going past their place in a bit. I'll drop it off if you like.
Are you fooling with my ass? You've got badness in mind.
You'll give a shit.
Does it look like I do? Take it, man. Rastafari.
Hold the door, love. Ta.
And let's see if we can get all the cleaning done by 7:30 this morning, ladies.
Room for one more?
You into that sexual harassment then?
Not me, missus.
Just our luck, girls.
I said nothing.
can tinker with my receiver anytime.
Tended a fatal at 03:20. I'll type up notes for you, Andy. City surveyor fell off one of those high-rise monstrosities. The coroner even now is asking the cadaver, did you fall or was you pushed? Oh, and I'll see you at that thresh tonight.
Murder.
New shoes.
It might be nothing, but there was a jacket nicked Monday from one of those men's shops.
In Hildale?
Yeah, somebody, maybe the thief, left a beat-up old barber in one of the changing rooms.
This should be on Crime Watch.
It smelled of fodder.
Fodder?
And dung. I was brought up on a sheep farm.
And was there anything in the pockets?
I didn't want to touch.
And the jacket still at the shop?
It's tagged and signed for.
Now, this is what I call good coppering. Get yourself a fry-up and put it on my chip. Get me anyone who's awake at Lothian and Borders. CID.
Can't you just give me a hint?
It's sort of like a civil servant.
Your boss was round the other day.
Ericsson.
He said I should be proud of you. He said I should be proud of you.
What was he doing round here?
I think he wanted to check me out. See if I was secure.
Bastards. They're always worse. Ones are investigated, the ones are employment, the ones are employment. Morning. You've got scrambler problems.
Neil?
Oh, that's you.
Christ, it is you.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, it's cool.
God.
That's you.
God.
It's okay.
I saw the police photographs. I saw what you did to them.
It wasn't me. You remember the radio game?
Of course.
You know how to get in touch with me.
I'm still not happy with the swimming pool on the top floor.
The Key Street design was a disaster.
We're not using the same architect.
Well, you'd need a Ouija board.
243 tons of water cascading through 8 floors of ceilings, parquet floors, carpets, chairs, tables.
Got the picture, Jacko. What's eating you?
Everywhere you look, he's on the telly. Newspapers. There's even a bloody website.
It's the media spotlight, Alan.
He was not hanging around my football club for fun.
Oh, it's your club now, is it? So long as Neil Burton has the slightest interest in any one of us, he remains a threat.
And we voted to eliminate that threat 2 years ago. Well, I say it stands.
Is this a personal thing?
You said it yourself, Joe. We've an international business at risk. Plus, he made fools of us all. Personal? You can bet on it.
Besides, I want to celebrate in private with you.
Hey, did you leave that light on?
No. Look, if I'm not back in 3 minutes, call for backup.
Yeah, damn it, be careful.
I'll be fine.
You were the investigating officer in the murder of my wife and daughter.
Don't make things worse for yourself.
Oh, how could I do that? I'd like to know. Now, I've been over and over in my mind every second of my 19 interviews with you, and one thing stands out very clearly.
What's that?
They got to you.
They? Who's they, Neil?
How much did you take, Danny?
I am not a bent police officer. You do what you like. I put the right man away.
And at the trial, when you gave your evidence, now I've seen a few bent coppers in my time, but you were good.
Get to the point.
You convinced the jury. You damn nearly convinced me, mate.
Is that why you escaped? To have a retrial in my room?
I escaped to find out who set me up!
Put a lot of killers away now. And they've looked me in the eye, just like you're doing now. And they believed they hadn't done it. They lied for so long that they began to believe the lie. And 2 of them committed crimes so horrific, such appalling acts of butchery like yours, that they genuinely and honestly could not remember doing it. Their brains had completely wiped the memory. Believe me, Neil, I have never put the wrong man away. You did it.
You slaughtered Alison and Sarah Byrne. Now, look, give yourself up. You need help.
Sweet little things, aren't they, sir?
Innocence of you.
One of them yours? Say which one? She looked like you.
No, I'm just passing really.
Just passing? Well, according to the complainant, you've been standing here for about half an hour.
What complaining?
That's how we live in, for neighbourhood watch, calls we get in. Still, have to go through the motions, though. Let's have your name.
Davis, William H.
You got any ID?
Not on me, no.
Phone number?
Got something here.
2 days ago, we had a visitation. I asked you not to mention it to anyone, inside or outside this office, not even our colleagues in the police national unit. I have now consulted our masters in Millbank, and here is their decision. As far as this service is concerned, Neil Byrne never existed. His records have been erased, and officially, we have no interest in the man. He never worked for us.
And unofficially?
Unofficially, I ask myself, why was he here? Why take such a chance? Maybe there's no logic to his actions. But until he's recaptured, this section is on high alert for further hostile acts. To that end, you will each carry your personal weapon at all times. Am I understood? Perfectly.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
If it was him, he'll be long gone by now.
Confession time, sir. He left this book on the train.
Patagonia.
It's not my cup of tea, sir. I started to read it, but then I thought prisoner's property. If he ever comes back, the visitors would raise the riot act.
Without a doubt. Can't keep a double murderer from his reading matter.
No, sir.
What's all this?
Some sort of shorthand, sir.
Hitman's?
No, sir. Samuel Pepys invented his own.
Thank you.
I'll pass it on to the CID.
No, not just yet. It's me he phones.
Yes, sir.
Outside to Green Street Gasworks, where the attacker eluded police and dogs and a helicopter. The officer, whose eardrums were perforated in the attack, is now recovering in hospital. Crime reporter Nick Bevan was at CID headquarters.
This is Detective Inspector Daniel Ford, who led the murder inquiry leading to the conviction of alleged MI5 agent Neil Byrne. Inspector Neil Byrne's now the most wanted man in Britain. Is this the man who brought Manchester to a standstill today, with police deploying helicopters, roadblocks, and, I understand, an armed response unit?
The man who injured PC Styrey has been trained in unarmed combat and evasion techniques.
Jesse, find out times of trains to Manchester, would you?
Have you got clean things?
Don't get personal.
I'll pack you a sandwich.
Bill, better get hold of the Deputy Chief Constable. Let Manchester CID know I'm on my way.
Chief, the protocol is Senior Operations Officer contacts Manchester Admin in Ox, requesting formal agreement for you to investigate in their territory. It's going to take some time.
Precisely, so sort the protocol. And Jesse, no tomatoes.
Mr. Peters, it's Edith Ramsey.
Sorry, I'm not decent.
Hey, don't worry me, love. I've seen it all before.
What can I, how can I help you?
I'm just rustling up an omelette.
Sorry?
Omelette! Cheese and ham. I've got more eggs than I need. Care to partake?
Actually, I'm just off to work, Mrs. R. Thanks. Thanks all the same.
Another time, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps.
What are you doing, Neil? Trying to work out who you really are?
He says to me, where... Man, are you listening to me?
Every word, Skanky.
Where is the red light district?
And you replied...
And I replied, where is it not? For this is Babylon!
Bet that foxed him.
Right, I'm off. Folks still?
Long story, Spanish.
You told me you want me back, Al.
You want to do a late shift, 10 till 4?
Yeah, whatever.
You fancy Deansgate, Key Street, clubs and stuff?
Yeah, no problem.
Watch out for Martina.
Oh, she?
6-foot transvestite. Likes to do business in back.
Bit too young for that kind of thing.
What are we going to give Joe and Annie when they come over on Sunday?
Joe likes peas trotters.
Oh, you are kidding.
Used to be mine as welfare food. Now, crispy trotters in marmalade with raspberry cures is the height of haughty cuisine.
Yeah, well, crispy marmalade trotters are beyond me. And Suling's off this weekend.
How about a traditional roast, love?
No, it's so predictable.
Joe is very conservative.
Look, I'll be on the butcher's counter.
Oh, God.
You always did have a sweet tooth, Jacko.
Burn. What's your game? In your shoes, I'd be Monty bloody Video by this time.
In my shoes, you'd be doing exactly the same thing.
With your money? You must be insane to stay around here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that, then?
200 big ones. I don't mind telling you, what you did was too much even for us bad boys. We've all got evil tempers, but a butcher's boning knife?
That's 200,000. Just run that past me one more time, Jacko.
Are you wired, Neil? Is that what this is, a fit-up, eh? Are you on the lam? Or is this just a copper's showtime?
Tell you what, I'll make you a deal, Jacko.
Meaning?
Meaning tell me who killed them. Hey? Just give me a whisper and I'll let you sleep nice. Write it down if you're worried.
You killed them, Miles. We all know that. Or were you sleeping through your own trial?
I'm after the truth, Jacko.
For a man who's close to death, you got nerve, I'll lend you that.
This is just the beginning.
Go back to prison, Byrne. It's safer.
Got salmon. If it's nice, we can eat it in garden. Come on.
Home Office visit Friday the 16th at 5 p.m.
Don't they have homes to go to?
And Prisoners' Friends for reform of the prison service, Monday the 19th at 9 a.m.
You'd think it was our fault they break the bloody law in the first place.
They blame society.
Greg?
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Gregg. It's about that book I left on the train, Patagonia.
It's burned.
Does it have
Get a trace on the governor's
notes in the margin? Some sort of shorthand?
It's turned up.
As soon as you're back, Patagonia is yours.
You have a gut feeling about me, Mr. Gregg. You know an innocent man. That's what they say.
Byrne, every day out of prison makes it worse for you.
Well, tell me about worse.
You're a young man, Neil. It's not the end of the road.
Try saying that from a cell on Rule 43.
Fresh evidence could take you to the Lords.
Yeah? Fresh evidence is what I jumped that train to find. Now, you're trained to negotiate, Mr. Gregg. Next time I phone, have that book handy.
Did you get it?
No, sir.
You're doing a double shift, aren't you?
DCS Wallace, DI Danny Ford.
We felt Burns called on the first place. Nice work. It was the child's DNA was the clincher.
And for reasons of logic that escaped me, I find his file back on my desk.
Don't worry, I'll find him.
I can't imagine him going back to your jurisdiction.
We see he escaped on my patch, so it's my job to feel his collar in Manchester or Timbuktu.
I'm sorry they parked you in an interview room.
Cells all taken, will they? Right, I'll need an office, a couple of CID officers, access to your burn operation, 5 minutes for the Deputy Chief Constable out of courtesy, a car with a driver and a secure link with my own ops room and the Governor at Garson Prison.
Dilate for an outside line. I'll organise a swipe card so you can come in and out, but it won't cover op or intelligence areas. The carpool manager is on sick leave, but we do have a very good taxi service. The canteens run on a chip, but not to visitors. Yes. To you, it's cash.
A gasworks.
Sorry?
Last seen entering a gasworks.
Yeah, that's right. And then we lost him.
Location?
Sorry, I'm not with you.
Have you heard, Mr. Ford, of Her Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary?
Of course.
How would your boss like it if I pick up that phone and have them crawling all over this place in a 3-week efficiency evaluation?
And you can do all that with just the one phone call?
Good morning, Home Office Inspectorate of Constabulary.
Do you feel lucky?
So, you play hardball
in the sticks. Son, I was a Glasgow tech for 15 years, Guinea Jack and skipper. Murder and robbery.
Shit.
I've had worse welcomes.
I suppose we're both after the same thing.
Uh-huh. You want a wee pub in Dumfries as well, eh? Here. Look at this. Now, see this? A man could remain quite still, a couple of feet under the water, and breathe through this. You ever see that old Sidney Poitier film?
No.
Right, evidence bag, forensics lab. You find Burns' saliva in that end. You have got samples of his DNA, I take it.
And why that end?
Because it's wet.
Hello? We'll just be back 5 minutes.
Be a treasure and come by later.
Hey, I'm to see you on TV.
Doubt it. Unless it were on Crime Watch.
You are on Blue. bloody crime watch. Any further with the book?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
For a copper's bloody knock. Time is not on your side.
Well, like I said, Frank, it's nothing personal.
You would have put me down the steps. I call that personal.
Frank, you were thumbing a lift for a lagging. How many stiffs are propping up motorways and supermarkets? You cleaved your way to the top of the heap. Eh? How many illegal immigrants are down there amongst the haddock and the seaweed after they've paid the £3 grand?
Don't make me laugh. It's like I can't stand it.
Look at us. How did it come to this?
What's brought you back here?
Jacko Palmer thinks he paid me 2 big ones on about the time I went down. I'm just wondering, eh? Somebody been robbing the family business?
What's it to you? You put him here.
Yeah, sure. Blame me. Big Frank. Too tough to fall apart over a mere betrayal.
Dad was running an investigation.
I put a team in. Getting someplace too.
Till your trial brought him down.
I bet that were a godsend for somebody with their fingers in the till.
The management's been lying about who the money goes to.
Why me? Why me of all people?
We wanted you out. It was the push you needed.
Oh, so you could use me?
Yes. And?
But you don't think I killed my own family?
Son, we don't give a monkey's toss if you massacred an entire sodding orphanage. Those figures will do some good for you. And in the process, bring down those who've brought me to this. I'm going to rest now. And I suggest you go. That nurse will have phoned Joe O'Connor. He pays her a pony a day.
Get onto the roof. And Neil?
Yeah?
Crack those numbers or I'll top you myself.
Excuse me.
Get out of here.
Is this our team in the blue van? Somebody's been in here.
Mm-hmm. Recently.
Him.
Could be the press. They need pictures for this new story. Burn at large in city.
You attend the original crime scene?
Yeah. Pretty grim.
Only 7 weeks to go. I'm lining up the prints for our gala opening.
How about Liz and Hugh?
What exactly are you on? Liz and Hugh are glamour, international, jet set, the high life personified. They don't open places.
Not yet, but that is the right image. Romantic interludes, upmarket weekends without the kids.
Second honeymoons.
Even married couples hanker after Liz and Hugh's lifestyle.
How about Richard and Judy?
Oh, for God's sake.
The little shit! That murdering snout bastard! Right there in the hypermarket. Gwenda was with me. I mean, quality time, for Christ's sake. I'll kill him!
He was here. Earlier today.
Wait a minute.
He's coming after us?
Yeah.
Is he mad?
What are we running here? A kindergarten? I mean, why is it, humour me here, why is it that the most wanted man in England,
Richard,
do you mind, can find us, but we can't bloody find him?
We should set a trap.
Good, so set a trap. I want a word with Mr. Byrne.
It's gun oil. Parker Hale 303, there's no mistake.
Well, that's just dandy. My vote, we squash him like a bleeding bug.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a vote. We waste him. Agreed?
Yeah.
Right. Next problem. City Surveyor's report. He won't greenlight the Arndale project.
One of these days we're going to run out of bloody surveyors.
The hunt for the escaped murderer Neil Byrne is now centred in Manchester. Byrne, 38, has been confirmed as the man who attacked a police officer yesterday morning outside an infant school. Rotherham-born Byrne, a former government agent, escaped from a train earlier this week.
You ever been to Rotherham?
Pass through. You?
Brother's got a corner shop there.
Yeah?
Westfield Street.
All right.
So. Works all the hours God gave him. Where you want to go?
We don't want a minicab.
Oh, you looking for work? I'll never get this right.
Look, lads. What exactly do you want?
Exactly. I'll tell you what we exactly want.
The money.
What money?
All the money!
Go on, Spanish, hit him! Come on, Spanish!
Get him! Come on!
Behind you, Spanish, come on! Move, will ya?
Come on, then! Come on, then!
Ride home every day.
Once a day?
No, I said that's the trouble with you. No outside responsibilities. You want a wife, a family, and thought of the future. Now, if you were married, and knew that when the war's over, you could...
I hate this bloody life. It's a half-life. One of these days you'll forget who you really are.
I thought you'd listen to my reasoning, but now I see you don't hear a thing. Trying to make you see how it's got to be. Yes, it's alright. All or nothing. Yeah, yeah. All or nothing. Come on. Hot, yeah. All or nothing for me.
Lovely morning.
Yeah, could be a scorcher.
I hope you didn't mind
Mind what?
me asking you to supper.
Oh, no, it's very kind. Had to work.
You, have you ever tried them ball in the bag curries?
Boil in the bag? Yeah, sure, I live off them.
Yeah, I thought you might. It's, well, I'm just making some pot roast for lunch and, well, maybe, seeing as you work nights.
Pot roast? Won't miss it for the world. What time?
Oh, say about 1.
1 o'clock. I'll be there.
Better get it started then. Pot roast. Pot roast.
Arsehole wrote this. Listen to this. Escaped lifer Neil Byrne is suspected by police of murdering 3 other little girls in the north of England. The first toddler was found strangled in 1996. So on.
You never mentioned any of this to me.
Well, it's rubbish. Byrne killed his wife and daughter and went down for it. But serial killer? Not a chance.
Reporter's byline is Road Manson. Does that ring any bells?
Usual lowlife. Started out in local sport. Hangs around with quote, unquote, the underworld. Pays a bit of dropsy to bent coppers.
Sounds like a regular citizen's shite.
Well now, Rod. Come a long way from staking out massage parlours and town councillors, haven't you?
Neil Byrne.
Let's go for a drive.
A drive? Where?
You know, someplace we can talk.
I know you, Manson. You don't have to wait to invent this. Who fed you the story?
Nobody.
Well, that's too bad for you, then.
Meaning?
Whoever wants this story put about, I want him. And if that turns out to be you and you alone, then we're gonna have to go somewhere quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, you've just won yourself an exclusive with a sadistic killer. Or was it?
I can't tell you, Neil. The truth is, I'm more terrified of him than I am of you.
Oh, we'll soon fix that.
Pork crackling. Just thinking out loud. Can't hear you.
Gebbert. Alan Gebbert.
Shouldn't smoke for a while.
Baby lover. Baby lover. When things go wrong, you understand. You make me strong with your tender hand. Baby lover, I love you so.
Thought you weren't coming.
That seat's taken, mate.
So, Alan, been a long time.
Why am I not surprised to see you?
Just had a chat with Rod Manson.
Is that why you're taking this risk? You miffed at your press coverage.
He paid him $2 grand and a bit to put that shit in his paper. That's all right. Makes my job a lot simpler.
What job's that?
Finding who killed Alison and Sarah. And do me a favour, don't say you thought it was me.
Mate, I've never had any doubt it were you. As for why I feed that serial killer story to the papers, hadn't you worked that out?
Surprise me.
You see Rod Manson's byline, you're bound to have a word with Rod. Rod, not the world's greatest hero, blabs it with me in back of it.
Now here I am.
Here you are. You're a dead man, Neil. Not nice knowing you.
Not here. No shooters, boys. We've got him. Oh, enough!
Back off, Elgin.
Die's cast, Miss Fleming. Step aside.
Back off. You. Get in. You were safer in prison.
Why are you doing this, Annie?
You're not much used to his dead.
Look, say it turns out to be Joe, robbing the family store.
No, Joe has his faults, but he's a man of honor. Enjoys the respect too much to thieve from his own.
So why not tell him the numbers?
I bow to my father in that.
So if push comes to shove, you destroy the hand that feeds you?
I'm only in his bed to survive. It's not what I wanted.
Okay, I'll get the number sorted, yeah? But I need something from you in return.
What's that?
Well, just suppose, for a laugh, I'm not the sort of bloke to murder his wife and child. There's something I'm missing, Annie. And I don't know what it is yet. I need your eyes and ears, Annie. Yeah?
So, been a murder. Dreadful, apparently. Blood everywhere. Yeah, poor lass. She were a good laugh, Edith.
Edith?
Traffic warden's with her. Say it were terrible. Like Jack the Ripper.
So you're connecting this killing to Neil Byrne?
I got the impression so was the pathologist.
Well, Henry's full of theories. He's an alky. Didn't you smell the Jack Daniels? Listen, right now I have a major crime wave. Drugs, extortion, prostitution. Victims include tarts, pharmacists, 2 chartered accountants and a city surveyor. There's Uzis, hatchets, knives, even a knob curry. Do you know what a knob curry is?
Of course.
So we have more important things to worry about than incest and sheep dipping. And Neil Byrne did not kill them all. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. But I think he'll turn out to be a lodger.
Evidence, George. Evidence.
Byrne's blonde, right? So was Edith's lodger.
only he's gone and died it.
Half the Premier Division died there here.
So you suspect she was killed by a football team?
Joe's going to go crazy.
Joe hears what he wants to hear. And like most men, he wants to know he hasn't been made a fool of. Vern's no use to us dead.
A vote is a vote. There's no reprieve. You still got feelings for him.
He can help our agenda, Dad. Here come the Glee Club, Joe and his boys. Wish me luck.
If anything happens to you, I'm going to rise out of this bed and tear his heart out with my bare hands.
That's my dad.
The consensus is you need a smacking.
A smacking? I've done us all a favour.
A favour, Annie? How?
Burn's out for a reason. Now, there's no point in Elgin and the Muppets romper-rooming him into oblivion until we know what he's up to.
Which is?
Whatever it is, there's bound to be a profit in it. Isn't that what you taught me?
Don't believe this. She snatches bloody Burn from under his nose.
You think she shagged him? Got a big mouth, Al.
The man's thinking with his dick.
Back off, Al. Unless you're calling me out. You went against the vote.
That means grief.
She's all yours, gentlemen.
Oh, easy, Joe. It's not down to us.
Your problem, son.
Which reminds me, who's actually in charge here?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's her's made an arsehole of you, not us.
Who, Al?
Well, you are, of course. You are.
Jack.
Sure. We don't want to go to war.
I don't care what your motives were. Bring him in.
I have to wait for him to phone.
Elgin will go with you.
I have my own people.
You've got one more.
Ready when you are, Miss Fleming.
We're opening Lo Struzzo tonight. We're the Prada.
Increase in the number of people seeking
Someone's changed the sign outside from taxis to casualty, right?
makes it very difficult for first-time buyers, said building
That kettle's boiled.
A government press officer said the broken house prices very different from the real wealth.
What do I do?
Put a tub of that needle in ashtray. Best thread the needle first.
So, I pour it over the needle and the thread, right?
Ah, that's it. Pour some of that whiskey on it. You're allowed to pour alcohol, aren't you?
Otherwise, we wouldn't have any Muslim doctors, would we? More?
A bit more. Oh, little darling.
You better take some of this.
No thanks, I'm driving.
Has been linked to the escaped prisoner Neil Byrne, who's believed to be still in the area. Police are seeking information about a man who is renting accommodation from the murdered woman. Detective Inspector Ford, who's leading the investigation, says they're not ruling out a link with the escaped prisoner. Neil Byrne was serving 2 life sentences for the murders of his wife and 4-year-old daughter.
So in your opinion, the man you're looking for is Byrne? It is, let's say, a possibility. A strong one?
People are always so eager, aren't they? To jump to conclusions.
Wallace.
Your man has just phoned Greg and Isla White. You want to listen?
Can we do that?
Coming through. Just don't speak or breathe. And no sneezing.
The more I dig, the more cages I rattle. The more I feel in my bones the killer is here. I'm so close, you know. So close.
Neil, you are no longer an escaped prisoner. You are now in the frame for a whole new murder.
Frame being the operative word.
Was she on to you? Is that it? Did she threaten to turn you in?
All she wanted, poor love, was a bit of company. She was lonely.
And you put her out of her misery?
Do you believe that?
No. No, I don't. But you must come in. And the word on the landings is there's a vote out on you. Open season. Or some trigger-happy plod.
Patagonia.
No deal.
Look, if I give you the page number, all you've got to do is tell me what's on it.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll do that. If you give me your word, Neil, to give yourself up by midnight tonight. It's 22 hours.
I'm sorry, I can't promise that, Mr. Gregg. I've just been set up for another murder. I'm going to find out who did it.
then I can't help you.
Patagonia. Mr. Gregg, what are you hiding from me?
You're not out of the wood yet, you know.
What wood's that?
Dark and dangerous.
You'll protect me.
It's me you need to fear, girl.
I'll bring in Byrne.
See the way they looked at me? Led by me dick. I should have hurt you.
So why didn't you?
I should have. You make me look weak.
They're terrified of you. I need you strong.
After what you did, I should kill you.
I know.
I know.
How's everything your end?
Yeah, fine, mate.
Who's that? Alright, I'll see you in 15. I'm just going to check on that fat git.
When I take my hand away, if you make a noise, I'll slit you. Got it?
My boys. Oh, God.
They're sleeping.
Oh, no.
In the land of Nod, you sad turd. You set me up today. Was that nice?
Nothing personal. It was a policy thing.
And Edith. She was a policy thing too, was she? I said, hold tight, you sick bastards. Policy. What's some of this for pussy?
What the hell's Edith? Oh.
Who did that, Alan? Which of your army of sickos gutted her like a fish?
On my dear mum's grave, Neil, I haven't got a clue what you're on about. Edith.
Do you want to live, Al? We'll see. Who killed my Alison and Sarah? Just the truth. There's nothing for us, I think. Hey? Did the outfit vote them dead?
No.
Well, who? Me. You think I did it? Come on, Al. We worked on stuff together for 2 years. Do you think I'd take a boning knife to a woman and a kid? Do you, Al?
Truth? No. But for 2 years, Neil, I never figured you for a police rat either.
How's Annie? Hey? Did he knock her about?
She talked him around like she always does. She was crazy about her. It's like that guns in the street mini-drama never occurred. He even took her to the opening of the Low Struts all last night.
Next question. What did Jacko pay me 200,000 for?
Is that you, Mr. G?
Yeah, I'm just having a breath of night air.
I'll just come up if that's all right.
Sure. It's just a routine check. Go on now. I won't tell him anything.
Now you won't.
Oh.
Tell me it's a dream, Neil. You selfish bastard.
Daddy, stop yelling, Daddy.
You a minicab or a copper?
Minicab, why?
We tried one further down the road.
A couple of coppers. You know Sale?
Yeah, copy.
Oh!
We've been to a fancy dress.
Yeah? No kidding.
Yes, I have it.
Local CID investigated reports of a fracas yesterday in the Canal Street vicinity.
And why is that of interest to us?
The informant made a possible ID on Neil Byrne, who, of course, does not exist. Also, positive on one Elgin Gatsby,
No relation, I take it?
Joe Connor's enforcer.
Byrne was a fool coming back. He could be far away by now.
Sorry, there's a Detective Chief Superintendent Wallace. He's
I'm making inquiries about one Neil Thomas Bunn.
Then you should have made an appointment.
And you would have refused, claiming something under the Act.
Probably.
It won't take long.
What was the name?
Let's pretend that we're both grown-ups, eh?
Chief Superintendent. I, too, have read in the newspapers about this Byrne person's alleged involvement in this service. It is something we never confirm nor deny.
I'm afraid I'll require more cooperation from you than that.
The day, Mr. Wallace, you come back here with a warrant signed by the Home Secretary, I might, just might, be prepared to discuss this firm's business with you. I wish you luck.
You are aware, and I know you are, that innocent people out there will possibly die in very nasty circumstances if Byrne is not caught.
As I say, good luck. Everything is of relative importance. You do your job, Inspector.
Chief Superintendent.
Quite. And I shall continue to do mine. Good day to you.
Bloody people.
I know.
We're such shites.
Excuse me.
So what did your father have to say?
How do you know I've been to see him?
You went to see your father, then you faced up an outraged Joe and explained to him how all you did by saving my sorry arse was to keep me in play.
Not bad.
Then, just to remind him what a lucky lad he is, you shagged him. Senseless.
10 points.
So
So,
after shagging Joe,
he fell asleep. A deep sleep. So I searched the flat. Do you remember that gold painting?
you paid 10 grand to the crew that nicked that.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, behind there I found this folder. So I borrowed it, copied it, and put it back.
And?
Bank details, offshore funds.
Keeps coming back to money.
Of course, it's the outfit's raison d'etre, isn't it?
Got anything else for me? Look, I'll keep my part of the deal.
As long as you know what you've taken on.
If you can sleep with a man you hate, and he can't see that, what am I to make of this?
I'm a lost soul, Neil. What else do you need?
I think the boys are too comfortable. What's dearest to their hearts, eh? What'll hurt the pockets most?
I enjoyed my job. I like my work. So she is lovely. The pressure's on. Do that every weekend. No, I know you when I get out all last
I have a cross.
See you, Annie.
Excuse me.
Okay, boys, what you got for us today then?
Lower left torso. Brain cortex penetrated by cervical column, C's 1 to 4. Morning, gents.
Is this our architect?
City surveyor, to be precise. Fit man for his age. Look at this muscle tone.
Maybe he was a jogger.
Of the horizontal variety, he has a rare case of syphilis in the secondary development.
Dirty wee beast. So, Edith Ramsey.
Number 1117.
How much adrenaline?
Not a lot.
Adrenaline.
Somebody who dies violently and did not see it coming has less adrenaline in the blood than someone who was, say, tortured.
And Edith had low adrenaline, which means that she died almost immediately and was not at first afraid when confronted by her killer.
Most killers who butcher their victims like to keep the poor souls alive for as long as possible. That's the nature of sadism.
But Edith Ramsey was killed instantly and then filleted post-mortem.
Immediately post-mortem, else there would have been far less blood all over the place.
Which denotes what?
Anger? Morbid pathology?
There was a disturbing suggestion of psychosis in this chap's handiwork. Speaking as somebody who cuts up bodies for a living.
Is this rare? Killing first and then ripping up the cadaver?
Rare enough.
There is one other relatively recent case.
Alison and Sarah Byrne.
Burns our man.
Pity. I was beginning to root for him.
He was this close to finishing us off.
If it weren't for that Ali Khan, we would have had that other bloke.
Behave. Ali loads at them with rock salt.
Still blow your head off at short range.
Yeah, but that other guy, he went apeshit. He really knew his stuff.
What's a mad bastard like that doing working in a bloody minicab office, eh? That's what I want to know.
Hello, boys. How'd you like some smoke on the management?
Very nice.
How about Mick Hucknall?
I think we need a major sports name.
I like Murray Walker.
Desi Liner.
And he tells me you're doing a salmon on Sunday.
Yeah, Gwenda's cooking it herself. Freshly poached with new potatoes and Singlu's own mayo.
I'm more of a pig trotters man myself.
Oh, pig trotters, I love them.
Done crispy, you know, like Peking duck.
With raspberry coolers.
Don't talk daft.
Now, that is what I call a 27 million squid view.
I just think 3 years ago this was a rubbish dump.
The Northern Eagle Hotel and Leisure Complex, our flagship. It's already booked solid for the first 3 weeks.
No kidding.
Any news on Byrne?
Coppers sink. He killed that old bird. You know, the traffic warden's with her. Gutted. Like a halibut.
Like a halibut. I like that.
Here comes Elgin in a hurry.
Heard from him, Alan?
Elgin?
Neil Thomas Byrne.
No.
All right, son, take your time. Remember what happened at Marathon.
I think we found Byrne.
That book you're always reading.
The Oxford Book of English Humour, yeah?
How come you never laugh?
It's not very funny.
Strange race, the English.
It's interesting seeing what they laugh at. See if I get this right. You don't want a minicab. Spanish does not look like this, sir. No way, man. Spanish John is off a container load of lorry parts from Bremerhaven.
Lorry parts?
Cost him $2,000. He's a bird of passage.
Legal immigrant.
But now he's married to my sister Anisha.
Bet to get UK nationality.
When was that?
What do you reckon, Skanky? About 2 months ago?
About 10 weeks.
How come we so tasted in this bird of bloody prey?
Passage.
When I want your input, I'll dial 100, all right?
He's a Kurd.
Spanish John's a Kurd.
Freedom fighter.
Kurdish John just don't sound right.
Shut it. And it was him who beat up your 2 would-be robbers.
Spanish is a wanted man in Turkey. But he don't look like this. So, maybe you could take him on.
Doing what? I've got plenty of helpers.
Oh, he's a terrific cook. You need a cook? You must know someone who could hire him. Spanish was a sous chef before he was involved in all that fighting.
I don't need a cook.
You might hear something. This is my card. Maybe John can give you a ring. You got a number?
We're out of here.
It's rare we meet men at the top. Can I just make one small complaint?
Complaint?
Well, you see, I pay $200 a week insurance, let's call it. Yet 2 hoodlums come in here shooting off guns. And if it hadn't been for my brother-in-law, I'd have been robbed.
And?
We are the small men. I don't mind paying insurance to the organisation. I know my 200 must seem like nothing to you, but there's a lot of us, and it all adds up. These 2 cheap hoods showed no respect to the people I pay for protection.
Hey, we don't use that word.
Gentleman has a point. Get someone to have a word with them 2 cowboys.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Oh, and if you hear of anyone needing a cook... I think I might burst into tears.
Well, well, Mrs. Evans.
I must be mad.
I've made some pims. Would you like some?
And driving.
Not for a while, I trust.
God, this is so wrong.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Tony, can we talk about Hugh's promotion now?
Greg?
I'll be brief. Page 224 in the book, there's numbers on it. List the serial numbers. Get 'em handy and I'll call you back.
And what do I get in return?
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Book? What book? Patagonia, according to the last tete-a-tete. Who does this man Greg think he is? I'll give him bloody book.
Maybe we can persuade Greg to negotiate with Johnny up here and flush him out.
You know, maybe you're not just an ugly face after all.
But how do we sell it to him?
Vanity. The man's vain.
Do you suppose El Cid'll find him before we can squeeze him dry?
The Tartan Muppets, Wallace and Gromit find Neil Byrne. No, I think that's down to you, my love.
What's going on out there?
Joe. Elgin, I finally caught up with you then.
You're not going to like this, Joe.
Why not, pray?
Well, because every fire engine in town is on its way to the Northern Eagle.
Elgin,
Go.
drop everything. Use everyone.
Everyone?
Every whore-bent copper, taxi driver, pusher, user, every bit of low-life scum in this organisation. Find Neil Byrne and bring him to me. I want a word with him before he eventually dies.
Thanks for coming in. The subject is Neil Byrne. I've spoken to Millbank, and the feeling is the man has become too much of a loose cannon to leave to the CID.
Or indeed to the tender mercies of the Connor Syndicate.
Now, I'm confused. Now, is it the syndicate, the outfit, the mafia, or the mob?
It's organised crime by any other name. You. But I didn't call this meeting to decide on semantics.
You want us to bring in Byrne?
Just so. Ideas?
I have one. The radio game?
You're listening to your favourite station, MCX 1V, Manchester's ever-popular late-night nostalgic sounds of 60s radio. Well, that, of course, that lost track was the one and only Eric Clapton with Snake Drive. Now, out of interest, can anybody tell me the name of the group? And don't say the Yardbirds.
Blues Breakers.
That's right, it was the immediate all-stars. Okay, right now I have a very sexy young woman sitting next to me. Her name is Alicia. Some of you may remember Alicia. Isn't that a very smoochy name? Alicia and me went to uni together, and we nearly went out together once. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Jeff.
And Alicia has tonight's riddle, a popular moment in our show.
Okay, my first name was James without a cause. My second gives access out of doors. Chattanooga rings bells, and the bells are for matins. Confidences will be respected, and much there is to tell.
Good grief. Well, that'll be repeated during the program. Alicia, choose the next number.
I'd like Too Much Too Young by the Specials.
Oh, well, you can't have it. It's in the wrong decade for this hour anyway. Try again.
T for two?
Not on this show, baby. I don't know what the stunning Alicia is on, but keep taking the medication. Okay, a bit later on, we're going to be talking to some of the ex-stars.
Stockport, Cheadle Hume, Handballs, Wunslow, Alderley, Chunks Chapel, Sandwich and Crew. Platform 1 for Crew bound Stockport.
So you think I'm old enough to remember James Dean, do you?
Neil, it's all over.
Bitch.
There's nowhere to run. You'll be safer back inside.
Does everybody say that to me?
Stand still, Byrne. We are armed.
Stop all fire! Stop the track!
Thought I'd cease to exist.
Drop the gun.
I ain't got a gun.
Drop the gun, man!
Thought I'd cease to exist.
Drop the gun.
I ain't got a gun.
Drop the gun, man!
Hand it, Burn. He's got a bottle.
Don't go soft on me, George. The man's a vicious bastard.
So they say.
What are you doing, Neil? Trying to work out who you really are?
It's me, sweetheart. Stop it. Stop it. Nearly there. I'm nearly there now.
I don't care, Al. Bring him to me.
I can try.
I don't care how. Capiche?
This is George Wallace, Mr. Gregg. Chief Super, Lothian and Borders.
Governor Gregg, gonna be the cab up.
You really think Byrne will fall for this?
He keeps phoning you. He really wants that book.
I thought it might be raining.
Yes, me too.
Yeah?
Neil?
How'd you get this number?
Neil, we have the whole of GCHQ on your case.
Then be very brief.
I have Patagonia, I'm in Manchester, and I'm ready to do a deal.
Good. I'll be in touch.
Neil? Neil?
What did he say? He'll be in touch.
Room service?
I'd like a drink sent up.
What is it you would like?
I have a vodka, shaken, not stirred.
To be clear, a vodka milkshake?
No. And good evening to you. I see you have a massage facility here.
We do, sir. Swedish or Oriental?
Good grief. Chief Superintendent.
Who were you expecting? There's officers all over the building. This is a stakeout, after all. Can I come in?
Well, it's not a good idea. Byrne has a sixth sense if I'm not alone.
Has he phoned?
I'm sure you could tell me, you and GCHQ.
I would like a look at it.
I beg your pardon?
Patagonia, the book.
The book is in my custody.
Yes, well, I still require to see it.
Would you put it on the table by the bed, please? Thank you. I'm sorry, Superintendent.
I have your photocopy of the shorthand and numbers. Now, I want the book.
It's just a book.
Mr. Gregg, I'm a police officer in charge of a manhunt for somebody that you failed to...
Would you excuse me, please? Just a minute, young man. Here you are. Thank you.
So, let's not fart around. The book.
Very well. But it remains the property of the prison service.
I'll make a wee note. Problems?
Oh, yes, sir. One vodka, one milkshake, not stirred.
And you're tuned to MCX 1V Manchester's radio station. Today is 70th Day, and for those of you who want to join the competition, remember, it's Mungo Jerry was the question. We don't know the answer. We don't know the lead singer Mungo Jerry. Tell us his name if you can. Okay, a bit later on, we're going to be talking to some of the
Bastard. You've been had, mate.
Four three receiving.
Pick up from James Street, Wally Range. Corner past the mosque going south.
I'm not working right now.
Wise up, Spanish. Over and out.
Broken down?
Don't look round. Town's getting too hot for you, Spanish.
Is that right?
Joe Connor's been round. I fobbed him off.
How long have you known?
It didn't take long. Thought about the reward.
Good money.
Till it got dead obvious.
What's that?
You only gotta know you, man.
Still good money.
The mob must know about your motor. Take mine. I'll get rid of this one.
When this is all over.
I know. Vaya con Dios. Spanish, John.
Christ.
Hiya. I thought I'd find you here.
Dad loved this place.
Annie. He says on telly I'm a desperate man.
And dangerous.
You know what I think? I think Hugo offers you and Frank a deal.
Didn't know you could play.
I couldn't. 2 years ago. Erickson offers to keep Frank out of jail if you'll play his game.
I've never heard of anyone called Erickson.
So he feeds me some bait. Patagonia. And I break out and rattle the organization's cage. And here I am. All fired up. Thinking, at least somebody believes me. At least somebody's gonna help me. And all the time, it's one of the bloody funny people's adolescent games. I have a wife and a baby, and he won't even tell me where they're buried. My own sister, she won't reply to my letters or pick up the phone. Everybody thinks I'm psychotic. And you and Hugo bleeding Erickson play some bastard silly game with paper bags and sent me onto the mob. And it's not fair, Annie. It's not fair. It's just not bloody fair.
Hey. How you doing?
Feels strange.
What does?
Just lying here. Being free. No guilt.
Run that past me one more time.
Well, that's the theory.
Hey, Joe. That's the last voice. Tell me about Patagonia.
Well, Joe's no great reader, but that book was always around.
You nicked it.
I went to the bookshop and got a new one. Copied it. 3, actually. I made a complete hash of the first one and spilled ginseng tea over another.
You forged it. That's your party piece. You can do anybody's signature.
I copied every single number. An oriental bloody squiggle and mark and even coffee stains in all the right pages.
But you don't know, can you? How can you be expected to? Gangster's girl from the north.
Hey, I can conjugate, though. There's not many people can conjugate verbs. I went to a posh school. We had royalty there.
Hey, Prince Nassim is not real royalty, you know. Point is, how could you be expected to?
Well, I did my best.
Where's the real one?
In the bookcase at home.
Can I borrow your key?
So, Mr. Bond.
Right, Joe.
Let yourself in then.
And the place painted.
Had to get rid of the stink. Of rat. And now, I've surprised a man who carved up his wife and child.
I didn't kill him, Joe.
Never thought you were capable of it.
I'll find out who did.
Past tense, mate.
Did I tell you, Joe? Never put a shooter within reach of the other guy.
Nobody's perfect.
You know, all this can stop, Joe. Just give up the man who killed him.
Who said it was a man?
Six for control. This is Skunky over. Ali Khan, it's me. Pick up if you can hear me.
Go ahead.
Troubles, man. I'm looking at Spanish's motor. It stopped in the middle of the road. Driver's door hanging all open, engine running. Drops of blood on the street, man.
How long ago? 10 minutes? Couple of minutes? What?
What do you think my name is? Tonto?
Can you get the car off the street?
Spanish? Is that you?
It was AK in my car. Get the car off the street and I'll take care of the rest.
How you know where to go?
I know where to go.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hello?
This is Saturday.
I'm listening. Still got the book?
Of course.
Just check. It's fine. How about you?
Yeah, no pros.
Don't phone this number again.
I spoke to your sister, Mr. Qureshi. She's not married to anyone. She's a virgin. Now, as of right now, whether she remains so is up to you. Anesha's never heard of Spanish John. So, where is he? And why were you driving his motor? Hmm?
I told you.
Yeah, one more time.
Spanish has to change motors. Don't ask me why.
Don't ask, Mr. Qureshi. But that's the purpose of this meeting.
He's got me motor. Bastard.
There's no Renault Fuego with that registration number.
See, I'm more of a blowtorch man myself, Mr. Qureshi. But needs must when the devil drives. Just gotta step outside.
Elgin's neck came off in my hand. So, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. 'Cause you know what I'm capable of, don't you? Okay, you, cut him loose. Get back. Go on, get back. Take it. Yeah. And get on the deck. And stay there.
You got somewhere you can stay for a few days?
Day Spanish. Forever sounds good to me.
Things are coming to a head, Al.
Oh, things can get worse.
Let's get you out of here.
I hope you haven't scratched my car.
What day would be good for you?
Saturday.
Do you still have the Degas?
Only the Picasso.
Let's try it.
Now we'll see.
Access denied? Ericsson, that's my money.
It could be technical. Stay out of touch.
Technical my arse. You bastard. The thing you have to watch, Frank, if you're trying to shaft us, is that it don't get into the wrong hands. You're writing, Francis. A fatal mistake. So, Byrne, how's it going?
Byrne?
I asked you to bring him in.
This is not the place, Joe.
If you'd done as you were asked, Elgin might still be alive.
People like Elgin don't die in bed.
My Elgin was worth 10 of you. Couldn't even have a proper burial. Put him in the foundations of a motorway extension. Said a few words from Revelations. I'll set for Frankie's send-off.
We settled on a buffet.
Good choice. You may as well have this too. Bit of light reading for the journey.
What's that?
Good question. Here's another. What should I do with a woman who shares my bed but betrays me to my enemies?
You'll do what you always do. What you want.
Will you bring him to me? But will you? You have till tomorrow. I'll let you know how it's to be done.
Good grief.
They're supposed to have sauce all over it. Go on, hurry up. I'm so glad you could come, Joe.
Right.
Are we expecting Annie too?
We are expecting her, yes, Gwenda.
Oh, great. Well, I've done whole salmon and for the cognoscente, crispy pig trotters and a raspberry coulis.
What, no burgers?
Well,
Or chipolatas. They always make a Barbie, I think.
Okay, girls, come on.
Say the word and I'll back out fast.
Bit late to get sentimental.
There you are. Really, I should offer you a drink. In fact, I think I will. Thank you, gentlemen. Should have stayed inside, Neil.
So everybody tells me.
Very naughty killing Elgin. Very naughty burning my flagship venture to the bloody ground. And really, extremely out of order, wiping out my offshore funds.
Okay. Okay, Joe. Before this gets out of hand, you know, don't you?
The morning of the worst day of your life.
Look, give me a break, will you? Pays for this bloody place and everything else.
You selfish bastard. You love it. Love it.
I love you.
You can't heal it all with kisses.
Bastard. Come on, give us a kiss.
You can't heal it all with kisses.
You're not the only spook in town. My man Hugo has some state-of-the-art equipment.
But it might be the other way around. You taking Ericsson's shilling.
Me sell out to crime watchers. Excuse me. No, it was all your fault, Neil. You were there, filing reports on the lakes of money we were making. Ericsson came to me. He offered me the names of every undercover agent inside UK organised crime. Your name stuck out a mile. Like brothers we were.
I left the house. Then what?
You tell me.
I went to pick up a car from Nick and Cherry's. An armoured Merc.
Then what?
I picked up Frank.
If you misbehave, I'm going to show you the Golden River.
Did you?
No, it was two of them.
That's right. Neil Byrne, government undercover man, operator, Hugo tells me is the correct term, and rising star of the Northern Syndicate, drove his boss where? Unfortunately for you, straight into an assassination attempt. You were the hero. Remember the celebrations?
To you, Neil. Thanks very much.
Very great.
Close as brothers we were. Elgin would have been jealous. But Elgin was missing from the celebrations. Ask me why.
Why? Where was Elgin?
Why, he was at your flat, of course, Neil. Making sure that nobody else made the ghastly discovery. No, we were keeping that for you.
What?
Well, it wasn't for fun. Although it was quite. No, you had to go. Police spy. I wanted to put you under a motorway, but that would have attracted too much heat. No, you had to be totally discredited. So that nothing you said would be believed, and Ericsson's office would disown you.
An innocent woman. Tiny child.
No, that was your boss's idea. Sometimes I worry about Hugo. He's a sick bastard.
So Ericsson killed him.
Far too smart. I did, Neil. Just after you left the flat, remember?
See you later.
You can't heal it all with kisses.
You hadn't been gone 10 minutes before Elgin and I let ourselves in. God, it was good. There you were, off to work, just another day. While we were... Well, you know what we were doing. We found our handiwork. Little Sarah. I don't know, I was hoping little Sarah might scream a bit more. Perhaps it was the shock.
Bastard. Fucking bastard.
We never harmed her hair on her head. Not till we got her into the skin. It was to be the day of the clean sweep. You framed for murder, Frank dead. I was to take the crown. With MI5 in my pocket. Just took a bit longer, that's all. And the DNA evidence, I hear you ask. Well... Easy. Easy as that. I was just wiping traces of little Sarah's blood into your hair. That did the trick.
Police officer!
Go, move it, move!
That wasn't part of the bargain.
We've got everything on tape. I'm so sorry, Neil. So sorry.
Hold it! It's okay, love. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just get the brief. Get
off him! Where's your wallet?
KLM UK Northwest, line UK 2028 to Amsterdam. Passenger Alma Hubi, please proceed immediately to gate number 8.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Hubi, please proceed immediately to gate number 8.
Would you like to go smoking or non-smoking?
Non-smoking.
Hugo Allardyce Eriksson. I'm arresting you on suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder.
I never did take to you.
You look, that way, head him off! Danny, get after him! Look out of the way!
Hugo!
Should have let the law take you.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna kill me. Go ahead. Spend the rest of your life in jail. Is that what you want? Poetic, actually. You just clear your name for a murder I planned in some detail. And now you're going back inside for killing me. You're far too bright, Neil. I can't see you doing it, however much you'd like to.
You afraid of death, Mr. Eriksson?
Why'd you ask?
Because it's time.
I hate to add to your troubles. After reading your statement, CPS, having the wisdom, decided to charge you with the manslaughter of one Elgin Gatsby.
So what now?
Well, it goes like this. Neil James Byrne, I arrest you for the manslaughter of one Elgin Gatsby. You're not obliged to say anything, so on and so forth. Look, you've got a very strong case for self-defense. I can't see it going their way.
Thanks.
In the meantime, you'll be taken a strange ways on remand.
How long till the trial?
10, 14 months.
Look, I need to visit their graves. You know.
I know. Look, I'm a straight copper.
I know.
So, I'll just go and get the car.
All right.
There it is there.